Torfesson. Valbert skorar! Valbert Gunnarsson hefur skorað. Ragnar Bergjesson skot og mark! Glæsilega! Óskar Rafn á móti Bjarna. Og Bjarni með góða sendingu fyrir og Haraldur Ingólfsson!
Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Best of Pod ever. There's an echo in here. I am Ragnar. I am joined, as always, by
Jamie.
And Trigby.
Exactly. By the fearsome twosome. I don't know, the troublesome twosome, something. We're all riled up. We're all riled up around these parts. We told you we'd be back, and goddamn, are we back? Some games went down since we last spoke, and some contentious decisions that we are contending have been. And we said, stop talking, save it for the pod. So here we are, saving it for the pod. Let me first and or foremost hit us up with what happened. The top half of the league had 3 games. Víkingur beating Fram 2-1. Stjarnan FH goalless draw, and then another draw at Valur Breiðablik, this time 1-1. The bottom half of the table, Vestri getting trounced by IA 0-4, so 4-0 in Ísafjörður. IPVF Afturelding drawing 1-1, and KA destroying KR 4-2. How does this line up with what we expected? I hardly remember.
Not amazingly well, I don't think. Some yes, some no's, as expected. But I think there was 1 or 2 spanners in the works everywhere.
Yeah, we had faith in Fram, sort of, maybe, right? But we were also fully open to the idea that they would just lose, which I guess happened. Do we want to do this one? But now we'll wait a little bit. Stjarnan FH. I think we knew as well. This is the sort of game where you had a lot of faith in Stjarnan, but throughout the season, at the start of the season, especially, maybe this is the sort of game that I would have absolutely nailed down as a 0-0 draw, because these teams either do nothing or something, and when they meet, they'll do nothing.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably predictable in the grand scheme of things, but I did have a lot of faith in Stjarnan. I mean, FH, fair play, they've already equaled last year's top half tally of points, so the only way is up for them now. Maybe with me joining, I've joined the curse, and speaking so highly of Stjarnan, I've just screwed them over now.
Absolutely. A new team has been cursed. I curse EI, you curse Stjarnan. I don't know who Tryggvi curses. Maybe he doesn't have a curse in him yet. Speaking of EI, did we talk them up last week?
I think we did.
I mean, I know we kind of did, but then Jamie was quietly confident.
Is it too late to backtrack on that now?
I think, you were quietly I think it's the sort of general optimism towards Vestri that is the ultimate curse. One must never do that. IPVF Afturelding, we said that Afturelding needed 3 points here. I think we said
necessarily, we didn't really believe in them because they cannot do anything. The draw is the best they can possibly do away. So that's kind of.
So that's a victory for them.
I think that's a pretty good result for them on paper. Of the 4 teams now that we're putting in this relegation fight, getting that point away from home is a big result for them. I mean, not as big as 3 points for ER away from home, but it's a great start.
It is a great start. It's still, it doesn't really leave them floundering too hard, because our beloved KR went to Akureyri with just, I don't know, just bringing all their baggage with them, didn't they? Just left the defense at home. Don't need them. Don't need them so far north. You pay extra to check them in. Might as well leave them. So, yeah, I don't even know what to say there. They took the lead.
Yeah, I mean, it was a good first half. To be honest, I thought they looked very good. One of the better performances first half that I've seen for a while. And then, like 10 minutes into the second half, there were 3-2 down and never looked like coming back.
No.
I mean, they scored 2 brilliant goals. I mean,
Mm.
there's no taking that away. They have the quality, as we said last week, but then you're 2-1 up at half time, away from home in Akadari. Why are you leaving yourself 2v2 and then 1v1 in the first 10 minutes of the second half?
In the first 3 minutes, it was a 2v2. Like, I mean, the results, someone made the point, the results they've gotten this year or the last few weeks have been when they've really dropped back against Fram, against Vestre, and when they've sort of defended the lead, and they've been able to defend the lead when they've had to, and they've tried to, but when they really don't try to, then they don't.
It's madness. It's madness. Now they are, I'd say after this, they are looking like relegation, not even relegation contenders, but like relegation second favorites.
Yeah, I mean, the question is now how much does vibes have an impact on this? Because like, are we just completely rolling in vibes and we'll just win every game until eternity? Or yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I mean, Ia Coward on Sunday, so this, I think it's, if Ia completely walk over Coward, then it comes down to whether Vestre are as terrible as they looked in the last few weeks.
Yeah. Oh God, it's gonna be just terrible off or whatever. See who's gonna be the most terrible going forward. Just everyone hoping everyone else is worse. Oh, we lost by 4, but they lost by 5. Awful. Like, what can Coward even do? Like, I know we talk too much about Coward on this podcast, but come on, man. Like, you can't be doing this.
I mean, I think it's what we've been saying for half the season is just defend with more than just vibes.
Yeah, just actually. I mean, I was talking, I don't know if I should be name dropping, but I was talking to a Coward legend at the Vestre game, and he was there. He said he hates watching them now. He thinks it's awful to watch Coward, but he does, obviously. And I was talking to him about the defense, and he was he was flabbergasted by the defensive situation. But I don't understand why it's been a whole season and you can't at least just see the problem and bring in a defensive specialist or something. Like, what are you hoping for? What are you genuinely hoping happens? Like, you think that they're just going to wake up one day and be like, oh, wait a second. Like, that you can, I don't know, like that they'll just magically learn to defend by themselves and that this will just click, or that Coward are just going to start scoring even more goals to balance this out, that this game should have ended 5-4 or 8-7. Like, what is the plan?
Well, that is part of the problem, that the goals have dried up a bit as well, isn't it?
It's not a sustainable plan, outscoring. Like, a sustainable plan in handball, yes. Not in football, really. Like, not in modern football.
No, and then you see the goals they're conceding. Like, I don't even remember. We talked last year, 2 years ago, about the Valur goal where they would go up the line and then sort of cut back to an on running Aronio or someone, and that would be the Valur goal. The Coward against sort of conceding goal is like 3-on-3 on 4-on-2 running up, and they cross it, sort of put it across, and then there's absolutely no one, and then someone scores. Yeah. It's like on these counters, and but then apparently it's also set pieces, because they've conceded at least 20 goals from set pieces. They've conceded 13 from corners, which is a little bit insane. And it's like, but I 100% believe it, because they never look particularly good on corners.
You're conceding 13 goals on corners. I want to crunch the numbers on this, because there's no way that they're not underperforming there on corners by a shocking amount. You shouldn't be conceding a corner more than every other game.
No, and it's sort of bullying corner. That's, at least this is how I remember it. I mean, I would like to actually watch this again and do the numbers as well. But like, if I imagine a coward conceding a corner, I just sort of imagine kind of like Kawa's first goal of this game. It wasn't from a corner, but it came right afterwards. So basically, they completely just crowded everyone in, pushed the goalkeeper into the net, basically, and they couldn't clear their lines. And then they shot from the edge of the area, and the goalie it didn't look super good in that shot. But yeah, failing to clear their lines because the other team just goes in and bullies them. I mean, we might be young, we might be a bit, a new team kind of, but we should be able to we have big guys, we have bullies. I mean, we should be able to bully them back, push them back, but apparently not.
Apparently not. I don't know. I feel like if you're conceding this amount of corners, we had this issue with our youth team where we're conceding leaking corners. And what did we do? We addressed the situation. We stopped leaking corners. Maybe it's not that easy, my man, but like, you gotta try. Like, it was the first thing we did. We're like 2-3 games in, we're leaking corners, and then we addressed it. Like, it shouldn't take a whole season. 13 goals conceded on corners. Yeah, I don't know. And 17 goals where they lose the ball, lose possession, and within 10 seconds they've conceded a goal. Like, where's I don't know, that stat. I mean, it's maybe a little bit sort of in a vacuum. You can interpret it how you want, but it does scream lack of intensity, or lack of accountability when you lose the ball, or taking too many risks, or being in a poor shape. It indicates something, surely. Most goals are not scored like this. There should be a little bit of buildup, you would hope. It's not great. Not great. But this is not the Coward Show, even though every week we talk longer and longer about Coward. But let's talk about other teams, and not necessarily football teams, but teams of individuals who are not performing adequately. First, I guess we could just mention Valur quickly, failing to beat Breiðablik. Is this a huge moment in the season?
It's not good for them. I mean, this is the sort of game they need to win. I mean, this is going to be now head to head, because everyone's playing everyone. Will Vikingur beat Breiðablik? I'm not 100% sure, so maybe it's not the end of the world. I mean, Vikingur haven't done super well against Breiðablik in the last few years, so it's maybe not the worst thing in the world. At least it's a point. They're not falling too much far behind Vikingur, but it's not good. And they're equalizing in the 97th or 8th minute or something, bringing their third goalkeeper, who's basically injured, because they don't trust. He didn't say he didn't trust the second goalkeeper, but I guess you kind of have to read into this a little bit. If you bring someone on who's can't play because he's injured.
Yeah, I guess in both cases with Valor and Stjarnan, it feels a bit like this was maybe a missed opportunity to keep pace with Vikingur. With how much we talked about Breiðablik last week and their shortcomings recently, it had to be one that they were maybe targeting, especially at home, to take 3 points. And I mean, yeah, they hit the bar a couple of times, so maybe got a bit unfortunate on the night, but it's probably goes down as a missed opportunity to keep up.
I mean, they themselves got quite lucky at the end there with the penalty, though.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, they shouldn't have even got to that point. I'm sure we'll discuss in depth the handball and the build-up, but even beyond that, is it even a penalty?
I mean, we discussed this before the podcast, and apparently the so-called experts say it's a Stonewall penalty. That's what you're saying, Tryggvi?
Yeah, they were not a doubt. They thought it was unnatural movement from the player.
So brain dead. I cannot even what. Like, if you watch it, it's just a little bit of chaos. There's this and that happening. People are frolicking about. The ball is bouncing. It pops up and hits him on the arm, and his arm's not in such a crazy position. There's nothing about that in a just world you would give a penalty for. And if you think that that's a penalty, then you are what's wrong with the game, or you're just overly biased. I'm sorry, but it's just not. That's not a penalty. And the Valur absolute reaching to the heavens move before, that's not a problem.
Apparently not, but yeah, it's because it's funny because we were telling you before the podcast, like I watched the replay, the slow down replay of the sort of non-handball that Olmert did, and like slow down, I was like, it barely touches his hand, it's not the end of the world. And then I see it like in real life sped up, and it's so insanely obvious that it hits his hand, and he's laughing like at the when it goes out for a corner.
We're seeing that exact thing given as penalties when it happens the other way around. So what's the difference?
There's a difference that I don't know whether is worth bringing up, but a certain difference.
No, and then the actual penalty they give, like I think this is the verification of everything. Like, yeah, if you slow it down, his hand is kind of up, and like you take it in a vacuum, like his hand is kind of weirdly up. But you also have to be like, yeah, but he's trying to sprint away from goal. The ball is bouncing, and the guy kicks like backwards in straight from like not even half a meter into his hand. Like you're trying to sprint away from goal and clear the ball. Like you're not going to be running with your arms on your side. It's it is weird. It's in a weird position, yes, but like it's.
You think that this happening, that the just outcome is Valur to get like an 80% chance of scoring, then that's ridiculous. That's an insane take, and you don't deserve like the microphone here. I think it's a crazy thing to think that this is a penalty. Just absolutely not. Shame. And then there was another penalty which wasn't a penalty but was given as a penalty, and even the referee says it wasn't a penalty.
Yeah, I feel like this has happened. Hasn't this happened once or twice before this season, where like a guy sort of comes in and the striker tries to kick and mishits the ball, because either mishits the ball. I mean, I'm pretty sure this happened at least once, if not twice, this season, where striker mishits the ball or a defender clears it before the striker gets to the ball, and then it's a penalty. I think we need like a fourth official or something behind the goal, because they can't see what's happening.
Yeah, I mean, we used to have that. What happened? I mean, it was only in big European competitions, but that seemed to be a thing and then disappear very, very quickly. But it's crazy. Like, are we getting to the point now where we have to like praise when a ref gets a decision right, because it's starting to feel like it?
I mean, in this economy, man, you can't have 4 referees. Oh God, yeah. We're talking about the Vikingur game for the people not in the know. Yeah, right. And just so everyone's clear, and then what also happened there is this thing with the stutter and the coming off the line in the build up to the penalty, or not the build up to the penalty, in the sort of the taking of the penalty rather. You hate the stutter.
I cannot stand the stutter.
The stutter is like unavoidable, though, I think.
It is to an extent, but like I've watched that particular highlight a few times, and is it a stutter or does he just stop? Like, where do we draw the line here?
I think that's the thing. It's probably difficult to enforce, because like you need some real sort of acceleration graphs and stuff if you want to truly identify the point at which he does or does not stop. But like, yeah, I don't know. I think the stutter is dumb. It's like the dudes that rip holes in their socks. You're dumb. Stop it. Like the whole sock, by the way, if you're listening and you rip holes in your socks, stop it. It's so stupid. It does nothing. You look like an idiot.
Speed holes.
Absolutely. It's fully equivalent to the Simpson thing. There's bullet holes in the car. And he's like, there's speed holes. Like if you're buying into this, you're Homer Simpson buying into speed holes. You're an idiot. Anyway, what were we saying?
Stutters.
Stutters. Usually you look like just a little prat, don't you, when you're stuttering? But I think it's very difficult to enforce the rule, unless you just want to say like it's got to be a smooth motion, and we'll just take that one subjectively, which I guess is fine.
Yeah, it is. But if we're gonna be lenient on the stutters and where is a stutter, where is a stop, then can we be so harsh on goalkeepers for being off their line? Like in this case, he was absolutely definitely off his line.
Yeah.
I'm not 100% familiar with the rule. Do we know, does the goalkeeper have to have both feet on the line? Is it just 1 foot on the line? Because if it's both feet, I think that's ridiculous if we're allowing a stutter. Like it should just be maybe just 1 foot over the line, like the whole of the
It's
ball.
1 foot. I'm like 90% sure. You have to have part of 1 foot touching the line.
Okay, that's not as bad as I thought it was, but it's still there's got to be a happy medium of like, yes, we obviously don't want goalkeepers on the 6-yard box.
I mean, why not at this point? You know, why not just let them roam the 6-yard box? Like have a multi-ball going. I don't know, just do something. No, but like, am I serious? I don't know. I agree. This like coming off the line thing. It's but like, yeah, I don't know. It's one of these things also that I feel is like selectively enforced. Maybe it's not. Is it?
It does feel like it, and I mean, we already have such a slim chance of a penalty not resulting in a goal. So
Yeah.
why are we reducing the goalkeeper's odds even further?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, you look at Victor there, like, there was no, like, I don't know, maybe I'm giving him too much credit, but, like, I don't think there was any intent on going off the line. He's just kind of, because he stutters and then he sort of reacts and he just sort of, and then he focuses again on getting his body ready for the save. Like, he's not trying to run forward. He just reacts because of the stutter and then dives for the ball. Like, it's, yeah, there's no intent to try to run forward or try to do anything. He just, yeah, it's, yeah, I'm 100% with you guys on the stutter. It's my old man yells at clouds thing. Like, I hate the stutter. Like, you know, Bobby Lewandowski when he does all these things, and like all these guys that, like, even Jorginho when he was doing the little bunny hop.
God, that is, ugh. You're a grown man on television.
But like, it makes sense. Like, if you're allowed to do it, then of course you would do it. Like, you would like, it 100% works because like the guy is looking at you much more. So like, why not just, I don't know.
Yeah, it
like,
is
why
one
not
of
just
these
run
things
up
that-
with like, why not just run up with your arms wailing and like yelling at the like, what is it? I don't know.
It is one of these things that they, yeah, it's just a little bit ridiculous and takes the piss, and they could just sort of, yeah, rule this stuff out of the game somehow. Like when you know, Denmark back passed their way to a major title, and then they sort of changed the rules. Shout out. Or I mean, they did this in like hurling or something. There was some major rule change about passing to yourself or something that they were just like, no, don't do this anymore. So like, this seems like it's a good one. To just be like, maybe it should just be like, keeper on the line. When the whistle blows, you get to run and kick the ball, and the keeper gets to come out into the 6-yard box and fuck it, you know, like blow the whistle and you guys just do your thing, and then just you score or not, whatever, you know, whatever.
Let's just take it back to the good old days. Run up as fast as you can, twat it, and see if you can get in the top corner.
Yeah, exactly. Or just like, what about like pistols at dawn type stuff, where like they both start at the edge of the 6-yard box, they have to walk some paces away and facing away, and then to blow the whistle, and they both get to turn around. The goalkeeper turns towards the guy turns towards the ball, runs, takes the shot. We'll get there. We'll keep workshopping, but we'll get there. Don't worry about that. Let me worry about that. Anyway, this is the content you're here for. A final thing is the offside in the IA game, in the Vestre IA game. You read up on the rules on this, and so talk us through it. There's a pass to a clearly offside striker. Defender comes in, tries to rectify the situation, makes a rotten dog's dinner of it, takes a heavy touch. Striker comes in, picks up the ball.
Exactly.
No offside.
Exactly, yeah. And now, with my biased spectacles on my first viewing, I was screaming at the TV, yelling at clouds, adamant it was offside. But having watched it back and, yeah, read up on the rules, I think I found a subsection deep in the rules that covers it pretty much to the word. And because Anton has made a step forward deliberately to intercept the pass and made a deliberate attempt to play the ball, whether it's a heavy touch or not, and doesn't gain full control of it, that leads to the play on. And that is absolutely correct, as much as it pains me to say. But yeah, I will happily criticize referees, so I will eat my hat and apologize for my initial reaction, even though no one heard it, because I think from what I've read, they pretty much got it spot on.
Yeah, I mean, a legitimate turnover in possession, or sort of gaining of possession by the defending team, I guess, does reset the whole thing. And then if he goes on to score, you could argue there was sort of an offside in the build-up, but not really, because the offside's not triggered, right? And it's the same sort of concept. If I pass to an attacker who's way offside and he just puts his hand up and makes no attempt to go for the ball, and another striker comes in and takes it instead and scores, it's not an offside, and it wouldn't be by any natural reading of the law, even though it's the same sort of concept where, like, yes, a player was offside in the sort of when the pass was made, right? So I guess I agree with this rule fully, but it's sort of, there's a dirtiness to it, a poor taste that it gives you as when you're on the receiving end of this.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there is the like whole grey area of, I originally thought you had to be, as the defender, within full control of the ball for it to change that ruling, but apparently not. And then, I mean, if we can brush over the fact that play to the whistle, it's the first thing you're taught, and I don't want to be too harsh, but I mean, Davis Mowry touched on it in his post-game interview, to just stop and throw your arms up in the air. Like, yeah, maybe, okay, you won't get back and recover from that anyway, but at least give it an attempt, you know?
Yeah, you'd be unhappy as the coach with that sort of, that's 2 weeks' wages if it's Football Manager, you know?
But it is a lot of gray area, like the same thing. I really don't like it when, not what you were describing there before, but like when someone is clearly offside, but he's not, like a ball is being played, for example, like a striker is clearly offside, it gets played to a winger who's onside, and then sort of as the game goes on, the winger overtakes the striker, passes it back, and then but the striker had a clear advantage because he started like 3 meters ahead of the defense. I don't know. I've never liked that, but I guess it's hard to enforce. It's kind of, but it's these sort of, there's these reasons why people make fun of football. These weird offside rules. You just gotta
overcomplicate it. You get these drones going, right? And whenever someone has any sort of advantage to being in an offside position, they get shot with like a little freeze ray that freezes them for like a second and a half or something.
Can we get like one of those dog collars? Like if it
a shock collar. That's maybe easier. Yeah.
Can we introduce those for the stutters as well? That'd be great.
Yeah, absolutely. Just condition this out of them. It's perfect. All right. Do you want to talk about the playoffs, Keflavik and Njarðvík and things?
Yeah, I mean, we have the playoff final, Keflavik HK. Keflavik overturning that first leg loss against Njarðvík, so that's so quite impressive, and it's going to be a tough game for them, because HK seem very much the team in form at the moment, and apparently the team in 4th or wherever HK ended has always been promoted in the playoffs.
Nice.
So yeah, so they have history on there. Yeah, exactly. But Bestadeildin, I guess, made it, or not Bestadeildin, sorry. Njarðvík did it shot themselves a little bit in the foot, because they did what Bestadeildin did last season. And one of our favorite topics, apart from referees, is the disciplinary committee. So Omar Diuk got a yellow card in the first leg, and when it became apparent that would mean that he would miss the final, because, so for anyone who doesn't know, the disciplinary committee only meets on Tuesdays. The second leg would be before Tuesday, was this weekend, right? So even though he had gotten enough yellow cards for an automatic suspension, the automatic does not mean automatic. It means it needs to be confirmed by the disciplinary committee on Tuesday. So they chose to get a second yellow, which is an automatic suspension in the next game. And I mean, Gunnar Hel, the manager, he basically admitted it in the post-match, which Afterlund did not admit last season. So there is a chance that they could get in some trouble with FIFA. Because I think Sergio Ramos got into trouble a few years ago doing something very obvious. But I mean, it was extremely obvious with Afterlund last year. Like he was called over by the manager, who like had a talk with him. The fans also knew what was happening. So like when the guy went up for a penalty, the fans were shouting, "Take off your shirt!" And then he missed the penalty, so he couldn't do that. So like as the referee was blowing the whistle, he just went over and kicked someone and got a second yellow, and the Afterlund fans cheered. So it was insanely obvious. But yeah, it's the second year in a row this happens. Njarðvík didn't work for them. Lost their top goal scorer for the second leg. So maybe something they should have thought better about. But it's insane, this Tuesday thing.
Yeah, I have a few issues with this whole situation. The first one being, and I think I've said it before, but maybe not in public, maybe just in messages to you guys. Why do yellow cards from the season carry into the playoffs? It's a whole new thing. Wipe them. Yeah, if you get two bookings in both, like a booking in both legs, you're banned for the final. Done. Why is this something that we need to worry about? The committee. Yeah. It's 2025. Do we really need a group of old men meeting with coffee and cake to decide if you're banned or not? Like, I can go on Karaci's website like an hour after the games and see who's got 4 yellows and tell them for next week if they need. And then don't come out and admit to it at the end of the game. Like, okay, walk off with a wink, whatever. Just don't say it. Like, well, what are you doing?
Yeah, absolutely. Like, come on, bro. It's rule number 1. Like, that's 2 weeks' wages right there.
I mean, it doesn't matter now for the final, but I wouldn't be surprised if they're in trouble for next season, because it just seems like a stupid move to come out and be like, yeah, well, had to be done, didn't it?
I'll do you one better, actually, than what you said before. I am fully willing to scrap any yellow card accumulation rule in any context. I don't like it, and I openly don't like it. I think yellow cards, the rule is as the rule is. You get a yellow card, and then it's a caution, and then if you get another one, you get banned. Cool. Just let's leave it at that. I'm fine with it. I honestly, I will have the discussion for leagues, yes, and 7 over the course of the league. In that case, absolutely scrap it for playoffs. That's so dumb. I agree 100%. And in tournaments, accumulation in tournaments, don't get me started with that cloud. I will yell at it all day. I think it's in major tournaments, yellow cards are they're a tactical thing. Come on, let this exist. But I don't like accumulation bans. I think they're dumb. I'm never there for them. So I'm all for the sort of gaming of that system. But don't come out and say it. Come on, what are you doing?
At the risk of going on a whole tangent, somewhat related to it, I mean, the whole accumulation of yellow card things needs reviewing here. 4 is too few for a 27 game season. And then we had players last year in the 27th game being banned for a 4th yellow card. Come on.
Yeah, exactly. This is what I'm saying.
It's I think in the Premier League, it's once you get halfway through the season, it's upped. And if you accumulate 4 or 5, then it doesn't matter unless you reach the second. Why are we not doing that, at least for the split? But
or have a cool down thing. If you get a yellow card and if you don't get another yellow card for 4 games, then it just disappears.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
Scrap it. I hate it. I honestly hate it. I think, at the end of the season, if some absolute tank, has like 18 yellow cards, then like maybe have a chat with him, you know. But
I don't know. I think
Check if everything is okay at home.
if we go with that and you don't get banned for accumulation of yellow cards, I think there should be a prize if you get a yellow card in every single game.
yeah, the Gareth Barry special. I don't know, man. Like I think if you're gonna set an accumulation thing, make it an extreme amount of cards, and then make it a pretty hefty thing. Make it like okay, dude, you've got 15 yellow cards over the season. Like, you need to chill. You're gonna have a 3-match ban and like some anger management training or something if you really want to be doing punishing yellow cards like this. But I'm not there for it. I never will be. If I change my mind, then don't quote me on this, but I won't change my mind. Anyways, shall we go into the players of the round, the coveted 3 stars? We'll start, unfortunately, with Birnir Snær for Kawa for 2 goals against Kawa, securing their place in the league, keeping them safe. Congratulations to him. He could have picked another game to do it, but we'll award it nonetheless.
Yeah, it's. I think I read somewhere that they have more points since Birnir Snær arrived, like in the last 7 games since he's arrived, than in the 15 games before he's been here. Like, it's. I mean, this signing is just like this is some sort of football manager FIFA shit. Like, it's signing Birnir Snær like to Kawa mid-season is just ridiculous. But yeah, so it's annoying because it happened this weekend.
I second your sentiments with our second star going to Gisli Laxdal. I mean, I hope you're happy because I'm not. Enjoy it. Congratulations.
And then I guess we don't give him that many stars, but Giluse, I think, needs a star. He had a good game and then scored the winner against Fram, potentially handing the title to Vikingur. Potentially, I mean, they're 4 points clear now.
Yeah, and with are they at Stjarnan next week or at home to Stjarnan next week? Either way, if they beat Stjarnan next week, I think we're looking at that being maybe the final nail in the coffin for the title.
And it's on Monday as well, so it's after both Bestadeildin and Valur have played. So yeah, I think by Tuesday we'll have a pretty decent idea of battle race.
Mm-hmm. So stay tuned on that front. I mean, we don't give him a lot of stars because he's so very good, but he'll always have a star in my heart for his days at Everton. Don't worry about that. The listener question, we said who's winning the first division playoffs. 57% said Njarðvík. Look at you, easily influenced by what we say. 22% saying Keflavik, 4% saying Háká, 17% saying Þróttur. These boys and girls are all over the shop. I don't know what they're doing. Háká, 4%. See what happens.
I mean, it's going to be Háká, and then Hermann Edelson is going to leave because that's what he does. He gets teams promoted and then he leaves. Yeah. So
like a weird sort of budget version of Zidane, who Zidane wins Champions Leagues and leaves. This guy just gets people promoted from the Icelandic first division and leaves. It's equally cool.
There's levels to this game.
Oh, mercy. What do we got coming up on Saturday, the 27th of September? We have FH Breiðablik, we have Vestri IPVAF, we have IA KR. Then on Sunday we have Afturölding Kawa from Valur, and like we said on Monday we have Stjarnan Víkingur. That's in Garðabær, you were wondering before. The ones to watch, I guess, like we said, Stjarnan Víkingur for the title, IA KR for whether KR are historically going to be relegated. Afturölding Kawa, no, such a horrendously boring game. No, I'm joking. That's the one for Afturölding to really, like, they need the 3 points now. They're at home. UKIs can only perform at home. Come on now.
This is the moment for them to show that fight that they've been talking about since the split. If they're going to show it, now's the time.
And Kawa better show up to this. They better not be on the beach now.
Yeah, Oh, can you imagine? They just trounce Coed and then they just chill for the Bestadeildin game. And I'd have to book me some flights. That's all from us this week, I guess. Have a good week. What's this week number? Danish people love week numbers. What week are we now? 39 or something?
Something like that, because I
Something
think
like
week
that.
42 is like in mid-October, so it's around then.
Something like that. So enjoy your week 38 or 9 or something. If you see a referee out and about, tell them that they're underperforming. If you see Coed out and about, tell them to learn to defend. If you see, I don't know, if you see Hawa out and about, tell them to beat after the thing or something. I don't know.
And I mean, I just like to say the EA are the greatest. I've always said it.
Yeah,
EA are
unbelievable team,
fantastic.
unbelievable, second to none.
Couldn't have done this
Surprised they're not sort of vying for the title. It might be. Maybe we just have it wrong. Fantastic team.
The league's been upside down all season, I think.
That would be so much better. No joke. Anyway, we will catch you on the other side of the weekend. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye-bye.